Hey guys, Vic here playing the Council. This game is pretty much it's pretty much the choices you make will determine how the story goes.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
That's George
You also
Washington,
just
guys, in case you haven't
Oh,
noticed.
late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At first I thought this guy was a gossip until I figured out who he is. I'm gonna...
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand
She has some
correctly,
boobs.
Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Good one, man, good one. Even though I don't understand that. but
Seriously,
good one.
though. I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit! That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. one of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well.
That's so he knew.
Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking. But I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again. Or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was it that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
I wonder if Mother is still on the island. Could she not have taken a boat and left?
I don't see how. No vessel can moor closer than 200 yards. Not to mention the permanent presence of staff and servants. There is one strange thing, I grant you. This island is barely the size of Delaware, and despite that, no one has been able to locate your mother.
So my mother still must be on the island.
I'm taking a risk with
But
this.
I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
It's not from what he saw.
Careful, they're coming back.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
I hate to break it to you guys, but
Absolutely.
that's a
It is
guy.
remarkable.
I mean, it looks like an
Lord
old woman,
Mortimer
but
is
it's a
fond
guy.
of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal, but I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Alright, let's see.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth
Oh,
Adams,
fast
Mr.
enough.
President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
I wasn't fast enough to observe those paintings.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
So if you guys haven't really guessed it by now, his mother's missing. And he's been invited to this area, this island, and he meets George Washington and all those other people. And he's trying to find out where his mother is. But I guess he's also a part of a secret order.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
And his mother, I guess, is part of it too. So you gotta watch what you say to these other people. That's why I chose to go with George Washington, because obviously he's part of this order. So he's someone I can trust to talk to. That's why I showed him the book too. The other guy, or even though he looks like an elderly woman,
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
something about him I didn't trust, so I didn't really go with him. One thing you might not want to do, guys, it's up to you,
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
is the letter that you get from Cardinal Piaggi. Don't read it, because he'll ask you for it later on, because he wants to add another name to it. But if you had read it, yeah, you're pretty much given the option to, there's no way to avoid it, I don't think, unless you have some kind of skill equipped or whatever.
President George Washington.
I'm looking through the... So you pretty much make choices in this game, and depending how they go, I think I already mentioned this, it could change the story or whatever. It's interesting. I mean, I'm trying to find my mother. At the same time, it's hard to trust certain people, and then I can trust others. But it's also a little difficult because he's getting these visions that are, to me, are confusing. Like, when you first
Sir
start,
Johann von Volna.
he gets a vision of that woman, Emily, getting shot by his mother. But, you know, she acts like she's friends with her. So I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Alright, I'm supposed to find my room. I think I might have passed it. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Devil's Thorn. Grant you the exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Alright. I mean, you get a lot of trophies in this game, I'll tell you that much. Every little thing pretty much gives you a trophy. Okay, I can't go there. Alright, so my room has got to be somewhere. Nope. Wow, it doesn't run that fast. Alright, so my room has to be around here somewhere. I can't go down, so... Nope. Nope. It'll have like a certain icon if it's mine. Nope. Okay, where is my room? Nope. I haven't seen a lot of people play this game though. But it's pretty good thus far. Here it is. My room.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance.
I'm not
But
gonna
if
read
I
it.
open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
I'm not gonna betray it.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Okay. Yeah, my first playthrough actually read the letter, and like I said it earlier,
Inferno by
he
Dante.
will ask you.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly. Golden elixir. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Ugh. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way in this game, but I'm just gonna do what I can to make the right choices. He's gonna have another vision in his sleep here. It's a nice bed though. Looks like I didn't feel anything. It's the alternative paths. I could have joined Sir Holm in the small saloon, or salon. I could have made an unexpected encounter. I know what that is. But I did a lot of successful things. So I guess I'm on the right path. I didn't fail anything. Alright, so I guess I can select some skills here. It says skill not acquired. So alright, so I need agility, though. Even though I already have it. Oh, okay, now I have it. Okay, so if you use points on these, eventually they become acquired. Okay. Now I have agility, so there's a spot I need. I'll come back to my room later on. I'll need to use that. Don't add that. Rely on your knowledge of mystical and religious symbols as well as ancient. Get people to act in your interest. Scientific knowledge and medical techniques. I'll add that. Okay. Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. This holding thing is ridiculous. I prefer just to press X and be done. Easy combining the most precise astronomic observations with advanced mathematical notions. One of the several volumes of this master of alchemy who dedicated his erudition, if I even pronounced that right, an open mind to a better understanding of the world. He gave his name to the zinc symbol. Okay. Then I go for this, since I'm already in the occultist skill class.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood,
that's
the
more
search
right
of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
If I didn't know anybody, I think he did astral travel.
I'm coming!
My brother mentioned something about that. Alright, so somebody's knocking on my door. Let's see. This has to be it, I think. Wait, is this the door? No, it's a wall. It's hard to tell with these kind of doors. I mean walls. That's the door. Alright.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not at all, man.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Yes.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
I'm gonna help him.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
This is the tricky part, though.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Small salon, huh? This is the tricky part, because I mean,
Louis,
Whoops.
you're straying from your objective.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I keep forgetting which way to go. The Cardinal Piaggi is going to ask me to help and intervene. But George Washington needs 10 minutes. They don't even give a timer. I don't know if I should get involved in this.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
Well, she's
By
not.
whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Come on, this guy's a cardinal? Weren't you about to enter the room, Your Eminence?
Oh, no. I was just passing by.
But since I do happen to be here, shall we go in together now?
I'd rather go and find help. It's safer.
Really?
Let's see. It's always the same ones who get dumped in it.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
10 minutes? How am I supposed to distract a guy for 10 minutes?
Who do you think you are?
Okay, there are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to. I don't know if I wanna...
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What
I
should
have
I
no
do?
choice. I can't.
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No!
This is a good idea, but
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
My mother told me often enough. Sometimes the end does justify the means.
oh
I'd
man.
hoped I wouldn't have to apply that rule, but at least Washington will have enough time.
Hurry up, Washington. Use a golden elixir to cure yourself.
Please.
It's too late for that. Leave me alone.
Forgive me. He took me by surprise. I didn't think he'd really hit you.
Please, don't touch me.
I would have preferred to have get involved, but hopefully he had enough time.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
I hope so.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes.
That didn't
What
sound
I
right.
found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Oh boy.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
What?
My mother would never do something like that.
But she did. And with the blessing of the Order.
No.
What?
She wouldn't go that far. Prove it. Show me that file.
I left it in her room so as not to arouse suspicion.
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well, but the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Please, I need some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time, but if what is written in these damned documents is true, be brave, my boy.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna leave the video off here, guys. Wow, this is bizarre.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it
So
for
that's
later.
where that's at. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the video off here. Wow, this is I don't want to say the story just it seems like it has twists in it. And depending on what I do, it could either get worse or better. So, if you like what you see and would like to see more of my wait a minute, what's this? Oh, okay. Alright, back to what I was going to say, sorry. If you like what you see and would like to see more of my videos, please feel free to subscribe. I usually upload videos frequently. Unless real life gets in the way. I do apologize for not having to have uploaded anything recently. There's a lot going on. But I'm back, and I'm going to try to upload more. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and have a good one.